You are welcome to the second segment of this lecture. The other time, as we started from strategic and operations management on the cost strategic management, we try to look at some aspects in the other lecture. We try to define operations strategy. Not only that, we went as far as what is operations management. We went through the role of services in operations management. I went further to look at what is strategy. And not only that, we try to look at the corporate level strategy. There are three main areas there that we consider when we are looking at what is strategy. We look at the corporate level strategy because the corporate form the policy, what is to be carried out. And from that corporate, that is when the other departments begin to take their own place in the operations management. And we try to look at business level management because what the organization from the corporate level, what the business should be in. So they design it, they look at the policy of how it can be executed. Then they now come to the level of the business level management, strategy. And this is where the products and services are to be considered. And then from there now we will go to the functional level strategy. And this is where the functions of the operations, marketing, and finance are being looked into. So we look at that, and then we went as far as what is the operations strategy. And we say operations strategy is the total pattern of decisions that the management and organization will come to be able to do what need to be executed. So, and we try to look at the satisfying market requirements, because any products and services you want to put in, you must look at how it will satisfy the marketplace. And not only that, I taught you on taking decisions on the deployment of operation resources that is available. So very, very vital. And we'll look at the structural decisions, which we'll still look at when we get to the chapter 10 of this strategic management. And then we'll look at the infrastructure, which is very, very important. The infrastructure decisions are very, very important to get things done at every level. So we went as far as operations strategy formulation. And this is where Hill framework for operations came in. Hill framework of operations. And I told you that there are 5 steps to this. There are 5 steps. And the first step is the corporate objectives. And the next one is that determining the marketing strategies to meet these objectives is very, very important. There's no point producing something and then there's no strategy to how to get it done. And then we'll look at the assets, how different products win orders against competitors. How can you beat down the other competitors when you get to the marketplace? And then we'll look at the establish the most appropriate mode of delivery to deliver your products. There are modes that there are strategies you have to look at to deliver your projects, your products and your services to the consumers. So very, very important. We look at the step 5 that will provide the infrastructure required, for it, which is very, very important. So how do products win orders in the marketplace is one thing that is very crucial that HEAL methodology look at that it is where this thing has to match between the requirements of the organization strategy and operations capability to deliver the corporate measures that have been put in place. And very, very important, the price, quality, and the delivery speed are very, very vital, because these are the things that will make the products in one's organization to be able to compete with other competitors in the marketplace. Very, very important. And then we'll look at the delivery system choice, that is the structural decisions. And then the step 5 is the infrastructure choice. The infrastructural decisions are very, very important. In step 4 and 5 of HEAL's methodology, it involves putting the processes and resources in place which provide the required performance as defined by the performance objectives. The performance objectives are very, very vital to be put in place for most of these things to work, because the delivery system choice, very, very vital, very, very vital, and it must be in consonant with the infrastructural decisions that have been made. If not, there will be lack. There will be laxity for delivery, and then it's not going to augur well where you are competing with other people in the marketplace. Now, HEAL categorizes operations decisions area into delivery system choice, that is the structural decisions, and infrastructure choice. Delivery system choice concerns aspects of the organization physical resources as such service delivery systems, and the capacity provision. The operation infrastructure are very, very important for us to be able to know this. And when we get to chapter 10 of this course, you begin to look, understand the import of this infrastructural choice when decisions are being made on it. Now, we'll be continuing this strategic management course by looking at one vital area, the lean operations. What does this mean? John Kraftsik, in his article, Triumph of the Lean Production System, which appeared in 1988, this paper found that productivity and quality levels in a car assembly plant was not determined by an assembly plant's location. However, plants operated within a lean production policy were able to manufacture a wide range of models, yet maintain high levels of quality productivity. The message was further disseminated by the book, The Machine That Changed the World. That was, this book came out in 1991 by Womack and Rules. The term lean approach aims to meet demand instantly, deliver perfect quality, and eliminate waste at all levels. So in this sense, it's very, very important for us to understand what this means by Womack and Woos. We're going to look at three key elements in these lean operations. That will eliminate waste, number one. Number two, that will involve everyone. Number three, that is continuous in form of improvement. So, and then we'll begin to look at the implementing the lean itself. So, waste is considered as any activity which does not add value to the operation. The essence of why this eliminate waste comes to play in lean operation is this: that waste is considered as any activity that does not add value to the operation. And this is the understanding of Ohino in his presentation in 1988. And he classified this waste in 7 areas. The priority should be to avoid this waste, only then to cut, number one, overproduction. What do we mean by overproduction here? Making too much too early, because we don't know how the market will be, how the situation will be. So what you need to do to eliminate waste is to look at the issue of overproduction. Number two, what Ohno look at and eliminate waste was waiting. Need to keep a flow of material or customers. You must know that, okay, this material will be available. The customers that you have made them, you know where they are, and then they have bought into your idea. So this is a process one now to eliminate every form of waste. And number three, unnecessary motions, ignominious and layout of any such. Number four, transportation, unnecessary movements and handling. You must tend to understand it. You must know where you are carrying these goods to, these products to eliminate handling and unnecessary movements that could affect the packaging, that could affect the product itself. Processing too is number 5 that Ohno look at eliminating waste by classifying it into these 7 areas. Processing, too much capacity in one machine instead of a number of smaller ones. That when you put everything on a particular machine, and when the problem will come, it might bring about a lot of waste. And inventory, raw material, work in progress, and finished goods. There must be proper inventory. If you don't have proper inventory, you run into problem. There will be waste because you don't know what is available, you don't know what is needed, and when you don't put these things into consideration, there's tendency for waste, and waste we bring about a loss in most of the capital and the issue of the finance. Number 7 is defect. Cause of defects tend to escalate the longer they remain undetected. It's dangerous. Even let's assume in production of books right now, you are writing books, and there's you want to put angel, and then you put angle. It could be a bad things on this thing. It has big. Yeah, what you have to do is to withdraw them, because it could be a very bad influence on what you are doing. The 7 service customer waste can be the basis for an improvement program. This is what Pacendo in 2008, in his own understanding, in his own presentation. Number 1, he said delay on the part of customers waiting for service, for delivery, in queues for response, not arriving as promised, could be something that will create waste. Duplication, having to re-enter data, repeat details on forms and answering queries from several sources within the same organization. It's not palatable. It does not all go away. Number 3, unnecessary movements, queuing several times, poor ergonomics in the service encounter will not help And this is what Bachelor in 2008 was looking at in the 7 service customer waste. Number 4, unclear communication and the waste of seeking clarification. Unclear communication and the waste of seeking clarification. Look, this is very, very vital. You must give the right information to the people. The right information must be passed. If there's going not to be time waste, productivity, and the resources that is available, if there's not going to be waste. Number 5, incorrect inventory. Oh, this does not augur well with management. And this is why strategic management is very, very, very important. Incorrect inventory, out of stock, unable to get exactly what is required, substitute products or services is no good. Even when there's a delay in reply, in answering clients or customers is dangerous when you delay, which means when you keep quiet, there are some things that there's a signal you are sending to the clients or the customers. Another one is opportunity lost to retain or win customers, failures to establish rapport, ignoring customers, unfriendliness, and rudeness. Oh, this is not fair. Look, this one can stop you going to any place of eatery. This one can stop you, from not banking with some banks. You can decide to withdraw, your account with immediate effect when there's rudeness, when there's unfriendliness, when there's no good rapport, when you are ignored, and then your matters are not being attended to. These are things one had to put into consideration that you was trying to look at it, but Chairman was trying to look at it that these are 7 levels of waste that the way you can deal with customers. Number 7 of what he said, errors in the service transaction, product defects in the product service bundle, loss of damaged goods, because if there are bad ones within the bundle or pack, and then you discover from all those things, and then it's not going to be a very good things that needed to be looked into. Everything you are doing on the productive line, you must go there, check properly on the productive line. As those things are going, you go there regularly, you take sample, you make your records, and you try to look at it at intervals, whatever people are doing in the production line. And this will help you in the understanding of whatever you want to do. It helps a lot. Other is in the area of manufacturing drugs. You have to go there, test everything, the air, the density, the time it will use to dissolve, whatever the particle, other the viscosity, and all those things you have to look at and get things done properly. And this will eliminate every form of waste. Now, another area where lean operations come in is the involvement of everyone. This is very vital. That some organizations view the lean approach as consistent almost exclusively for waste elimination. However, effective waste elimination is best achieved through changes in staff behavior. Lean aims to create a new culture in which it's very, very important for every individual that is concerned with the production system is vital. It's not something that people need not to put in order. Is of utmost importance that it should be done at all times. It's not something that you have to avoid in the system. It's something that you have to work on at all times. That these things could be done, and it's very, 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 very important. It's very vital. It's not something you have you don't put into consideration from time to time. Is of utmost importance for when it comes to the area of production. It's very, very vital, and that is the best thing. Lean aims to create a new culture in which all employees are encouraged to contribute improvement efforts in through generating ideas in order to undertake this level of involvement by everyone, which is very, very vital. It's very, very important when everybody is involved in an organization. It will provide training to staff in a wide range of areas, including techniques such as statistical process control and more general problem-solving techniques. Another factor that lean operation consider there is continuous improvement. Very, very important. Continuous improvement, or what we call kaizen, the Japanese term, is a philosophy which believes that it is possible to get to the ideals of lean by a continuous stream of improvement over time. Very, very vital. Continuous in the sense that continuous improvement is needed because customers' views are continually changing, are evolving, and standards are rising every time, every day. Kaizen is about moving tacit knowledge into explicit knowledge. Get it clear? Kaizen is about moving tacit knowledge into explicit knowledge. Tacit, in other words, is know-how based on years of experience but may not be written down. Explicit is the one written down in principles and procedures. And both are very, very necessary when it comes to continuous improvement. The tacit is very, very important. The know-how based on experience, and that's what most of the strategies, they based on the experience of what they have acquired over the years. So the continuous improvement therefore enables ideas held tacitly to be explicitly incorporated by the organization. That's beautiful. So this will help. The experience is being brought in right now for purpose, for those ones that are written down and in principle and by procedure. So principle of implementing a continuous effort include to create a mindset for improvement. Very, very important. There's a need to create a mindset of improvement. Very vital in whatever we are doing. And not only that, you do not accept that the present way of doing things is necessarily the best. There are other ways you must explore. There must be exploration. Or from time to time, day by day, there must be think tank. We must think outside the box most of the time to look at things that need to be done. How do we get it done better than the yesterday? How do we improve on this? We try and try again. Don't seek immediate perfection, but move to your goal by small improvements, little improvement, checking for mistakes as you progress all the time. It will help you in the getting along and getting better in every of these areas. Another factor we'll have to consider is that you have to think, get to the real cause of the problem. Don't just look at it that, oh, it's just like that. No. You don't look at it. Don't trivialize it. Ask why. In fact, ask 5 times. Like I do tell people, I say, if you want to study, when somebody has studied or has read it once, you read it 5 times, you'll do better. Read it 7 times, do it 10 times, it will be better. Like the man that discovered the incandescent light, he has to try. When he has tried for 7,000 times, he was being asked, have you not failed? He said, no, it has 7,000 ways that it could not work. And then he tried 9,000 times, 999 times. And not only that, when he get to the 10,000, and then he got it right. So this is why we must think. You must not just sit down and think that this thing is not working. And another factor you must consider, the work in teams. We must work in teams. Use the ideas from a number of people's to brainstorm new ways. You sit down, you brainstorm. How can we get this thing done? How do we improve on this matter? And then from there, you begin to get a win on what to do. Recognize that the improvement knows no limits. Get in the habit of always looking for better ways of doing things. Visual control is used to facilitate continuous improvement work. Visibility achieved through what is called the 5S. Sérieux, Seiton, Seiso, Seksu, and then Shitsuke. So these are very, very important, which roughly translate to number one, organization, tidiness, cleanliness, maintenance, and discipline. What do I call it right now? These 5 things: organization, tidiness, cleanliness, maintenance, and discipline. To achieve these factors, feasibility measures include hand-on signs, that is colored lights, control systems such as the Kanban, and performance charts such as statistical process control charts. So, I told you that there are 4 things in the lean operations. You eliminate waste, involvement of everyone, and continue improvement. Now, for implementing the program, very, very important. And then in this one right now, when you look at it, there's one thing that it calls lean synchronization. You push production systems, In a push production system, it's a schedule pushes work to the machines, which is then passed through to the next work center. At each production stage below, a buffer stock is kept to ensure that if any production stage fails, then the subsequent production stage will not be starved of material. The higher the buffer stocks kept at each stage of the line, the more disruption can occur without production line being well halted by lack of material. I've seen this one severally in the production department when such kind of things will happen, because you have put there's what we call push production there is already. It helps to stabilize it. What the buffer insulates stages against destruction in other stages. The disadvantage is that because buffers insulate system from problem, the problems are not visible, so no one takes responsibility for fixing them. This is a great disadvantage. Buffer stock leads to higher inventory and slower the leads then. So it's very, very important for you to understand this when you are in push production system. So in another vein, production is not connected to demand in a pull system. The process starts by an order, which is very, 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 very important for you to understand. It helps you in whatever you are doing. And then the advantage is that the buffers show problem visible, whole line stops, so people take responsibility for fixing them. No or low buffer stock leads to low inventory and faster lead times. Production at this one is that the production is connected, pull to demand at this point. Disadvantage is that no protection against unforeseen disruption to supply chain. And one system for implementing the pull system is called a Kanban. And that's what the JPAS needs for CAD or sign production system. So finally, in that aspect, there's what we look at as a setup production. In order to operate with a small part sizes required by lean, it is necessary to reduce setup time, the time taken to adjust equipment to work different components drastically because of the increased number of setups needed within with small batches. Originally, some operations in this sense, such as stamping car doors, panels, and all the rest, press die were done in very large batches. And the output stored in the inventory because the setup time for the press could be measured in hours or even in days. So what Shingo developed is a system to set up reduction, which became known as the single minute exchange of dies. That's what we call SMED, SMED. So in this, as we conclude this particular topic, total preventative maintenance called TPM. This anticipates equipment failures through a program of routine maintenance, which will not only help to reduce breakdowns, but also to reduce downline and lengthen the life of the equipment. Very, very important. Every equipment you use must be from time to time, excuse me, now from time to time, be serviced to lengthen the span of the life of such materials. Very, very important. Not doing it is very, very dangerous at all times. So periodic inspection to assess the condition of equipment in order to avoid breakdowns. These inspections are normally carried out at regular time intervals by either operator or maintenance personnel. That is very, very important. Preventative repairs due to the deterioration are very, very important. Before a breakdown will occur, it is very, very important to prevent it. Normally carried out by maintenance personnel, but ideally by operators. They'll be able to give the substantial understanding about how these machines are, these materials are. They will be able to give the right information concerning it. So today, let me look at, let's go and look at business process reengineering, called BPR. Business process reengineering. This is defined by Hammer and Champy in 1993. As if I want to wish you the best of the day. Thank you for being part of this teaching this afternoon. We'll continue next week from there. It is well with you. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you.